Okay, now we're going to talk about the hi-hat. I have in front of me the hi-hat stand. This is the base of the hi-hat, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take these little rods right here and we're going to put them into these two small holes. Can you guys see that? These little holes right down here, okay? That's where these rods go in and kind of stabilize your footboard, okay? Heel plate, the footboard, and then we have a chain which runs up through the hi-hat stand and it moves up and down, okay? So we're going to spread the legs out here and put the base all the way down into the carpet. You always want the base of the hi-hat stand into the carpet. You don't want the base to be elevated like that because that's going to then it's going to slide away from you. So that can be a nightmare if you're performing or whatever. It's really a pain in the neck. Okay, so we're going to tighten this down here. Okay, now this lower pull rod is going to connect to the upper pull rod, which very simply goes through the hole in the hi-hat stand, and we're going to spin it right into the lower pull rod. Just screws right in, okay? And you always want to be careful not to loosen the upper rod from the lower pull rod because the cymbals can come apart and it can be a pain in the neck as well. So I have my height set, okay, with a memory lock. That's where the height that I keep it at, but you can slide it up, loosen it, slide it up and down to a comfortable height for yourself. Okay, I'm going to tighten this here. Now there's a little wheel down here that will loosen or tighten the tension on the action of the hi-hat, how much tension there is, raising and lowering the cymbals, how tight it feels, okay? This is like the hi-hat cup up top here. You got a shot of that? And we're gonna put a washer over the top, and then I'm gonna put a felt. You always want a felt between your cymbals and any metal. You never want metal touching metal because that's really bad for your cymbals and it will sound really bad, okay? Now, we'll put on our bottom hi-hat cymbal like so. You want the open side, you want it facing up, okay? And now for our top cymbal, I have right here a hi-hat clutch, okay? And this is a two-piece clutch. This is what's called a drop clutch. It's primarily for guys who play double bass. So what you want to do is we're going to loosen the bottom piece. Now this one has, if you can see it, this has a little screw that tightens in with the drum key. That'll keep the bottom piece of the hi-hat clutch from coming open and the cymbal can fall off. That's a real pain in the neck. I've had that happen to me too many times. And, it's like after the song, you yell at the guys, everybody stop. Oh, my hi-hat cymbal came undone. So what I'm going to do right now is loosen this, okay, the bottom piece of the hi-hat clutch, and that will come off. And I'm going to take off one felt. There are two felts on here, okay? And we're going to put the cymbal right in between there, put the felt, and then I'm going to put my bottom screw on, and I'm going to tighten it up. Now the bottom one I want it to be tightened all the way up, okay? And then I'm going to tighten this this little drum key screw that I have here, and that I don't have to make it too tight, just enough so it's not going to come loose, okay? Now the clutch assembly, this upper clutch assembly piece here, can loosen or tighten to give a little more play in the action of the cymbals. You don't want it too loose. Most people don't want it too tight either, okay? But a little movement in the clutch is cool, okay? And you want to keep this top piece tight right here to keep it from shifting up, okay? So that very simply goes over and through the hole there. Now, the drop clutch is kind of fancy. It's kind of cool too. Very simply, this piece goes over the top through the hole, and it goes down, and it hooks on. And I'm going to tighten this thumb screw right here, okay? And I'm going to lower it a little more. Okay, now the hi-hat cymbals come apart. And it's got a little too much angle, okay? And you close the hi-hat cymbals with your foot, very simply, right? Now, the cool thing with the drop clutch, say you want to move your left foot off of the hi-hat to a double bass pedal or a double bass drum. So I'm moving it over here. All I have to do, if you can see this, is press this little lever here. Bam. Closed cymbals. It's great. It's like the best invention ever. Okay? Well, almost the best. So from here, how do I get my cymbals where I can open them up again? Very simple. Step on the pedal. Bam, you're back. Drop them, step on it, it's back.